I come in as the best man of the groom, not the groom himself, because I actually fear the fiber element of the matrimonial contract, which is, of course, some kind of business. Yes, this Papa Trendoza is going to give you a treat based on 5 types of marriages. I will start first with the in-community of a property marriage. That matrimonial fiber element is actually quite unfair to mankind. You'll find a man is the hardworking person, comes up with everything within this marriage. The woman actually is absolutely somebody with empty hands. Yes, the man will perform all types of issues in order to make the marriage work. This is actually business. But the man is supposed to know this is business because the woman comes in as well for business in order to achieve whatever supposed to be achieved, living over various efficiency master preferences. Let me tell you something pretty bad along this line. Once this man feels that, of course, or the woman feels it's enough, she got everything that she was living for based on the so-called love, living for, and she decided to go. Obviously, 50% belongs to her. They share based on in community of property contract of this matrimony. We can say whatever we want. That was business based. That was actually meant for achievement of material things. We find a woman actually is highly educated. She's a business type of a woman. A man was some kind of a gardener. Yes, she happened to get attracted to this man based on the physical aspect. The man comes in, they got married based on in community of property. When the man is enough, he never liked this woman because the woman maybe did not even look nice to him. He would get 50% of what he never worked hard for. That was business. We don't need to blame him. We don't need to blame that woman as well. He has to go because the business is accomplished. It's done. We got another matrimonial contract. We call it in community of property, which is negativity of the subject. That, of course, we refer to out of community of property. The woman has everything. She's educated, she got money, she got all these type of things. All she needs in her life is actually the body first to be tamed. The man got almost everything. Yes, he got money, he got businesses. When he comes to this woman who also got her own things, they actually go and sign a contract out of community of property. That is actually what the matrimony will be involved. The only thing that will bring them together is that actual solid romantic heaven bedroom that, of course, will tame their body first. But let me tell you something pretty bad, a whole entire thing. If this man feels that, of course, whatever he came for, the woman is no more that little damn that, of course, he expected in that romantic heaven. The woman has actually extended to some kind of a lake. He's just gonna take his stuff and walk away. He will take his stuff that he brought into the marriage and walk away. Let me tell you again, something like this surprising. When the woman feels that, yeah, the whole entire subject that, of course, she actually thought she was going to get throughout the night in that romantic settlement. Now it has shrunk to some little thing she cannot understand. She's just going to take what she brought in and she's going to walk away. That was not actually business. It was just an ordinary, some kind of agreement of the body thirst taming. Yes, we got to understand that. Now, we've got another level of a marriage. Yes, this is what we call traditional marriage, which of course is governed by cultures. It's a single traditional marriage. Single traditional marriage. Along this line, a man actually, a dictation was made. A woman, a dictation was made. Choices were made for them. A man supposed to marry a particular woman based on the cultures that, of course, are involved, which, of course, are based on purity. The woman is actually told to get married to a particular man who, of course, is not even of her choice. But because of the culture, she got involved into the whole situation. This particular man cannot actually separate from this woman or divorce this woman. He's got to stay there based on the culture that, of course, he's involved in. You got to be right there. This woman, it does not matter. The man got a big head like that, some ears as big as all that, like the elephant ears. Well, of course, she has to stay in there until death was do them apart. Sure. There is absolutely nothing that, of course, is going to help her. Emotionally, she will suffer. She does not love like this man. This man, of course, does not like this woman. But because of the cultures, they'll be stuck together till death do them apart. Wow! We've got the so-called multiple cultural, traditional marriage. That one is actually what we actually refer to as the multiplication of the human race. It's meant for the multiplication of the human race, and that actually is referred to polygamy. He can have more than one, especially based on the 4 letters LOVE, love, living over various efficiencies, master preferences. If he wants a woman who can cook better, he'll go for woman A. If he wants a woman who can sleep very nice with him and give him the best, he'll go for woman B. If he wants a woman who dresses nice, he can go out with him wherever, he will go for woman C. But if he wants a woman, of course, whom we declare as behind every successful woman, successful man, there is a powerful woman. That will be the woman who manages the whole entire situation of this man. That means you have 4 women. But the whole entire structure is based on multiplication of the human race. Because from all these 4 women, he will be in a position to be making children that, of course, are going to represent both families. I mean, all the families who are involved with the man. But if he wants to eat good food, he'll go to woman A. If he wants a bedroom, that of course will make some woman B. If he wants a woman dresses C, with the woman the finances that. But all the women will find that they don't have the actual matching standards of actually touching this man the same way. Each has to contribute whatever she can that satisfies this man. That is what polygamy is all about. Hence, people involved in polygamy are not just easily getting divorced because the men create a situation of a competition. Women become competitive against each other in order to prove to the man who is the best, who can do this and that. But the man has to put a level that, of course, is going to make them all happy. Wow! We've got something lovely, surprising that God has created, has brought to all men and women. This is what we call the last marriage. The 5th marriage, which of course is based on soulmateship. It doesn't matter as whether the man got the money. It doesn't matter as whether the woman got the money. If the man takes his clothes to the river and sleep there because he got no house, he's homeless, the woman will take her back and follow this woman. Yes, it doesn't matter as whether this woman cannot walk. This man will actually put this woman on a wheelchair and push her around wherever she goes and kiss her all the time. Let me tell you, what brought the two together is not the flesh being, it's not the flesh issue, it's actually the fusion of spirits that we call soulmateship. That type of a marriage is actually the one that concludes the contention that till death do us apart. But let me tell you that we are talking about the death of the flesh. That means the flesh will be separated, but the soul spirits will actually be connected, will still be fused. Once one of them actually, the spirit emerges out of the body to heavens above, they will still be connected with the one that is on planet Earth. I guess Papa Frindoza has made it. Wait for episode 2.